weren't bored from the couple of minutes of slides. But yeah, now the next segment is going to start. And yeah, Scene Set is going to come on for the next 30 minutes where they introduce their commentators for this weekend and get you up to date about demo scene news. Yeah.
Right.
So I guess
Hello?
Let's go over there.
Hello, Scene Set. Can you hear me? Hello, Tokyo.
We can hear you.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Sweet. It actually works.
So, how are you all doing?
We're fine. I don't have as comfy a sofa as you, which I'm very jealous of.
Well, that's great.
Okay.
So have fun there.
We will.
Okay, they've left us in the playroom, guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you guys are back.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I'm on the Amiga monitor, and Frank is on the C64 one, which so all is correct.
I'm not complaining about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, and CGI for
Okay.
on the Atari ST. Also, mass props to CGI for coming up with this layout here, because he did this. He came up with this yesterday or the day before, and it's absolutely fucking brilliant.
I saw the imagery on the server. Like, what's that going to be for? Now I know.
Yeah.
Yep, it's for us. It's for us.
Okay, so
You get the
guys
biggest screen truck.
my screen is back. We have, because the assembly guys are using the bandwidth, sometimes I no longer have any bandwidth at all, which means that I have nothing on my screen at all. And CGI said, just keep talking. But the problem was that when I didn't have any screen, I also didn't have any audio from you. So what will probably happen is, and I hope we're not live.
We
It's
are
all
truck.
going out very
Anyway.
live. You don't
Oh,
do it.
great.
It's like, pull up your pants, get your shoes on. This is live. Hello, Internet.
Speaking of shoes, that's the biggest question that people have for Americans in Finland is, why do Americans not take their shoes off when they're in the house? And I've tried to explain. It's just a thing that we do, but it doesn't make any sense to anybody here in Finland. Anyway,
It's called
So, yeah.
freedom, isn't it? It's called freedom.
it might be. It might very much be the freedom. So anyway, I guess they're going to have to, if I lose the network bit and I have nothing, that if I keep talking, they'll just cut me. And that's probably good for everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, just before we start, just the whole stream of consciousness talking here, we will just explain briefly. The three of us are presenters on a internet radio station called SceneSat that specialises in scene-related broadcasting. This is mostly in the form of scene-related music, but we will also frequently commentate on parties for those of you who are stuck at home and are unable to come to demo parties, which, incidentally, as soon as you're allowed to, you should do.
Yes.
Yeah, but I do want to.
That's normally a
point
cue
out-
for Truck to go off on one of our demo parties. Come on.
No, but I do want to point out there are people that are really far away. Like, people have checked in already tonight from Japan, from New Zealand, South America, and it's not always possible for them to travel to the parties here. Yeah. Heck, I don't know anybody that's managed to go back to South America for Flash Party from Europe, or anybody that go down there from North America. And of course, North America's checked in, and they have parties there. But don't let having a party that's not local to you stop you from participating. I was basically 3,000 miles away, at least 5 time zones away from the local party for the first 8 to 12 years of my demo scene career. That didn't stop me from being involved, and it shouldn't stop you either.
Okay. Also, maybe for those who don't know who these 3 crazy people are, how about we introduce ourselves a bit? Because we haven't done that yet, and there's the Belgian and Olut line underneath me is missing, so we have to make something up.
Okay, well, you were Frankie, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I am.
I'm Subby,
Frankie.
and the guy with the white hair is Truck.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
And I am not Ziphoid.
No.
No,
Your voice is slightly different.
No, but like people start to confuse us, which is like
Confusing.
Yes.
Anyway, we just saw the meteorics, didn't we?
We did. And you were involved with it more than I was this year.
I was, yes. I mean, I'm pretty certain everybody on Twitch has seen me at least twice already. So, possibly wearing a different hat. I honestly can't remember which ones I was wearing. Apparently, I look like a goth Smurf, according to the chat, which is, I'll take it. Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah. So, Frankie, come on. Low End Productions. What did you think?
Yeah, but it's I'm gonna go on a stretch now and do a bit more than the meteorics, because having actually done the statistics over the last few years with all the low end platforms, there's such much going on there that it must have been really hard. I was not part of the jury or involved or anything else, for the record, to just get a short list of proper, decent, totally awesome, low-end, old-school, whatever you want to call them, productions. And then you have to pick a meteorics of that. So it's... I'm actually kind of happy that I was not part of the jury, because I would have not been able to make a choice and I would have rolled the dice here.
Well... Yeah, it is tough to be honest with you. There was was there much? I think I was like, there wasn't a huge amount of argument about in the XE graphics. We were very, very much in agreement on that. But yeah, there's often a lot of argument. I don't know. I mean, should we tell them the story about text demo?
Yes.
Sure. If you don't know, the main thing about the tech demo is it almost didn't make the meteorics this year, because technically it wasn't actually released that everybody could see it until near the end of the year, because in a fit of old schoolness, they decided that the only way they were going to give it out was if you mailed them and they sent you a diskette back. Which I thought was absolutely brilliant. To say, yes, modern people can go back to suffering the wait for the postman.
I think it was absolutely the way to release it. Bonefish was talking about doing it 2 years ago to start doing mail trading again. And we actually have talked about it a little bit on Frankie's streams, on the Chips and Bricks stream. We'd love to do it again. It's fun. Mm-hmm. And it also, you produce something smaller, or you produce something and you send it out, and then you wait for the feedback. It's not as instant. It's kind of nice that way. The delayed gratification. It's different than what we have with so many things that are just instant. IRC, that other thing you guys use that I can't get on.
To be honest, Netflix has pretty much beaten out the... has basically made me demand instant gratification the entire time.
or even just going to YouTube and saying, hey, I want to see this. All the time. Just instant. And having something that you actually have to wait for is kind of nice.
It can be. Well, unless it's Frankie's beer, we're trying to get that to the UK this year.
Yeah, that is a... let's put it this way. As long as it's in control, but as soon as somebody steps in and says, no, you can't have it because I'm being a jerk. Okay.
That's it. I'm sorry,
Netflix,
when you make me wait for a week for the next Riverdale episode, you're being a jerk.
Now we could just go into television programming and all that stuff, and let's not. Let's go back.
That's just wrestling, but that's a different.
No, I wasn't talking wrestling. I was thinking Firefly, and
Firefly. What's that?
Firefly. Oh, you've never seen Firefly? We'll talk about Firefly later. But in the U.S.,
I have seen. I'm still asking, what's that?
But in the U.S., they showed them in the wrong order.
No.
Okay.
and ruined it. Back to the demo scene.
Good.
I have things. There's the Meteoric
Got a
stuff.
list, Frankie.
There's also something coming up of yours, Frankie, in a little bit. Did you want to give a prelude to that?
Sure. So coming up next after our blabble and when DFox and Dojo, our beloved hosts, will introduce it a bit further, we're having the Belgian Beer Seminar. It is it's a tradition now at Revision that there's a Belgian beer seminar. I had this crazy idea once, let's do a beer seminar once, and just get some beers, talk about it, and see how many people showed up. And in the end, and since then, there has been a line forming outside the seminar area to get in, and we had to disappoint lots of people. And because of tradition and continuity and a part of mental stability, we've been keeping on doing this for the second year now. And
Are you
last
ever
year
worried
was
you'll
just
run out of Belgian beers to have in the seminar?
no, because
No.
like all the beers which are covered in this seminar, all those breweries 5 years ago didn't exist. So there's coming and going. It's like my beer glass, which I have ready, is from a beer called Zonderik, which kind of still exists, but not really, or harder to get. So there is a cycle of things coming and going. And then we did have last year just a presentation, and I told people to drink, which was fun for me. And then this year, let's get a little bit of the demo scene feeling in there, and looked around for some online stores. Okay, you can order a box of 6 beers, and we're gonna not build a seminar around it, but just give like we're doing something together. And that was we said, okay, we'll probably shift 50 boxes. If we shift 100, we'll be happy. But in the end, we shipped way more than that. So because there are now like Pokemon, there's 3 versions of the box, so you have to collect them all. And the thing is, like the first box is almost like organizer only, because we put the order link out one day before for the organizers, and that was the first wave.
Okay, so we have Frankie Silver, Frankie Gold, and presumably Frankie Bronze as well.
I'm not in that tiers. It's just like V1, V2, V3. But the good thing is there are, of the 6 beers, there are 2 beers which are in every box. So it's not that you're getting something completely different every time. There is some stability in there. Let's just call it like that.
Yeah, that's fine. At least 2 of them made it. I mean, it's. I can't say no. I can't just say something along the lines of, "Look, it's all beer," because you'll shout at me, won't you? So.
No, I won't. And then as always in the seminars, it's telling the people a bit about the compromise that is Belgium in the end. So we've been through Belgian monasteries. We've done tours of Belgium. We went through the splits of Brussels. We did. There was this entire monks episode. There was the Brussels beer, and this year we're gonna look at how Belgium managed to improve its own world record, which is being without a government and still functioning. The tip is we have spare governments, but you'll find that out in the seminar.
Oh dear. Do we do politics in the demo scene? No, we don't.
Yes.
Absolutely not. We don't do politics.
We definitely don't.
No, we totally do.
Well,
Just
we're not.
by existing, we're political. Because, well, we don't do this for profit, which is political in of itself.
So come
we
on.
should mention something with commercials, though. Isn't that a horrible segue? That is the worst segue. I get the award for worst segue.
Go on then. What do you want to say about commercials?
Well, there's
Yes.
the Fast Music Compo.
Yes, the Fast Music Compo. You need to make a demo scene advert, a 90-second audio only demo scene advert.
Yes, and I don't know if the original text which we wrote for that came came true. But in general, it's like make a commercial presentation, like a radio ad for your favorite demo scene thing. It can be, your favorite party, your best demo, your best effect. That they're called Catherine's bars, not Alcatraz bars. Stuff like
Alcatraz
that.
bars,
Just
Frankie.
go
Alcatraz
nuts.
was
Reference bars.
first.
You're outvoted, truck.
Nope.
You are
Alcatraz
voted
was
to which
first.
one? I knew it was
Prove
going to
it.
happen.
Why
So,
did you bring that up,
so
Frank?
anyway, that's the thing. We know the first one with the vocal pack 2 years ago wasn't really a success. The second fast music compo last year online, Make the TV Tune, that was absolutely amazing. And I was like, okay, now let's go commercial time. So I am like, on one end going from in a world where Ziphoid does his voice better than me, or Oki, up to I don't know, sell me a washing detergent of the demo scene. Really, everything in between. Go, like, of course, don't be evil, okay, except evil bot, and don't go hating on each other. Like, don't go dissing a group. You don't need to do that, but do whatever you want. Basic rules for the music compo still apply, although maximum length is 90 seconds because we want a lot of variety, lots of entries over there. I think last year we got entries from Argentina all the way to Japan, and that was awesome.
I may be wrong, actually. I think the actual text on the website says 2 minutes, but it is 90 seconds, definitely.
It is 90. Well, that's how we wrote it, yes. So, it should be 90 seconds. Let's just call it at that. We'll.
Yep. 90 seconds is definitely going to be your lot. I think how many
Exactly.
entries is that going to get us? That's going to be at least 50 in an hour, surely.
Yes. I don't know how we did it last year, but I know we just throw something in there, and I know that the music organizers were like, "What have we done?"
Yeah. Who's going to do the pre-selection for that particular compo?
Well, we have our two music organizers, which are Bitch and Mayor, and they always ask around from good demo scene friends with experience in, running compos, being around for a long time, so they're old. But we also get pre-selection from different fields. We get guys who like metal, we like guys who like dance. They never ask me because I like strange Belgian music, and that's really underrepresented. So there.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that's it for the fast music, and then there's the paint over, which has been going around for a bit longer. As Defox and Dojo said, it's the squiggly bits and do something and make a tractor out of it. And both those compos are running right now. The packages you can download at the Revision website, and deadline is tomorrow afternoon, 16:30 CET. Basically Brussels time, because that's the only time that matters.
Yeah, do not get caught out by the time differences because
yes,
I almost have today.
And in the meantime, my background is destroying itself. That's interesting.
We should probably point out that the three of us are in three completely different time zones.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see. I'm in the UK. Frankie is in Central Europe, and Truck is in Eastern Europe.
No, I'm
Belgium
in
is not
Northern
Central
Europe.
All right,
Finland is
Northern.
not Eastern Europe. But yeah, we still have snow
It's
here.
Eastern enough to be in that time zone.
Yes, it is. It is Eastern enough to be in the time zone, but it's not part of the Eastern Bloc. I would, since we just had somebody mention that they're from Peru, I'd love to know in the Twitch chat where everybody's coming in from. I know for a fact that...
Represent your countries.
Yeah. Let's get a shout out for which countries you're from, or continents even, especially if there's anybody in from the
Antarctica.
very, very far south, Antarctica. I know we've had sceners working in Antarctica. Some of the Polish guys were down.
Really?
Yeah.
I see somebody from Scotland soon.
Sweet. Norway, Finland, Italy. Oh, sweet. Italy's in, and the U.S., of course. Neon Eye is in from Klingon Land, which I guess is the new name for our friends from the Danish Underpants Brigade.
International Space Station.
Iceland,
That would be
sweet.
sweet if it was true, Starch.
Austria, Mulvania checks in. We've got friends in from Wales. I was gonna mispronounce the actual name of Wales because every time that I see Wales written in Welsh, I try to pronounce it in English, and that's completely wrong. The Netherlands, something up here about Deep Large 7.
Canada,
Florida.
France.
Oh, dude, it's been a while. Good to see you. It's a friend of ours, and he's the dude that's been here to Finland a couple times. Of course, he can't be here now. But yeah, good to see you. Czechoslovakia, Melbourne, Australia, sweet. France, Hungary. Good to see you, Zoom. Yeah, Spain, excellent. And some country called Germany. Anybody heard of that?
Not a clue. Not a clue.
Huh.
Isn't that the
Slovakia?
East Western conglomerate that isn't?
Mop, are you seriously in Malta?
Things?
Seriously, I did not know that. Yeah, and Poland, yes. Yeah, good to. Oh, and Belarus, and Alemania. Oh, yes, it's Alemania, isn't it? Except I can't pronounce it. Anyway, another thing. This
So there you
lovely.
go. Scene is worldwide, people.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. CGI pointed out that the display here on the bottom was all made possible with the great help of Frostfoot. And I'm murdering his name, I'm sure of it. But his Blender layer
Sounds okay.
skills have made this whole thing possible. And I think it looks fantastic. It also,
It is good. It's very, very good, yes.
for us, this is what we see when we are at revision, when we're in the very back in the beam team area. This is basically exactly what we see. Kebby would be over where the stack of speakers are.
You'll be blocking my view of the big screen, to be
Yes. Well, that, and so would my boom mic. But yeah, and then Bomba also. Hope you're feeling better.
Hey, Bob.
We'll see you soon.
But we're trying to replicate just the distance we feel sitting in that great big roped off area behind a huge amount of monitors, which are basically showing exactly what's happening about 20 meters in front of us.
Yeah, it's fun, and this is helping to recreate that fun.
Yep. I'm also helping to recreate that fun.
I haven't even started that yet, and there's a reason for that. I need to record a compo.
The deadline has passed, right?
Oh no, the deadline has passed, and I did actually preview everything before I went to sleep at 8 in the morning, but then 7 more entries came in before the deadline, and so I had to put those all in there, and by the time I did that and checked everything out, got the C64 things recorded from Real Hardware, it was time to come here because it takes, unfortunately, today's what is called a Sunday here in Finland. So the trains run on a even less frequent schedule, and I had to wait a half hour to get here at my midpoint, and that made me even more late. Celebrando checking in. Glenn's Vectors.
Oh, so Brandon, now there.
In the meantime, I have found my most important tool ever, which is my outline bottle opener.
Really?
This was like the last spare one Havoc had because I've broken mine earlier on. So this is, thank you Havoc for this. I'm gonna no, not at all. Just
You'd think one of these would be important to you. There's little team
yeah. Well,
C64.
there's the entire lineup behind me. of stuff.
So for the younger generation, that is what C64's that's the actual size of a C64.
Yes, they are much smaller than this brick, and everybody in Finland knows what this brick came from. I still have one. I will always have this. Anyway,
even I know it. It took me 5 minutes, but I know what that is. That is. Do we start a guessing game where they have to mail in their replies on a postcard, and we make it public in 3 weeks who won? What do we tell them?
Yes. Actually, we need them to make a crack trail about it. Yes, and then distribute
in 3
it.
weeks and send it by mail.
And send it by mail. Yep, and we'll have the results at next year's revision.
Okay, then give them a bit more time than 3 weeks to mail it out. No, Truck, go ahead. What's the magic story about the brick? Tell us about the brick.
Well, first of all, AMINC just mentioned something that we do need to. Mass props out to Assembly for letting us borrow this studio for this portion and allowing CGI to set up here for a load of the actual broadcast. Cyrex and other members of the team, Commander Homer, all of you, I don't remember everybody on the team, but all of you are doing a massive job. But mad props to Assembly for letting us use this. This is related to Assembly.
Some assembly required, clearly.
Well, originally, this was an assembled grill at the Boozembly Rocks.
Oh, no, you've not destroyed the barbecue.
We did. We had to destroy the barbecue because they destroyed the hills.
The hill?
And
The hill is gone.
The hills are gone. And so we had to move. And so when they were going to blow up everything, we didn't let them blow up the grill. We blew it up ourselves. And I have
use fireproof cement.
Well, yeah, you have to. We wouldn't have got we had to actually get permission to build the grill, which is kind of difficult since Boozembly is completely disorganized and there's no organization to it whatsoever.
I like to think that all you did was just turn up the booze drone competition really loudly right next to the grill, and that blew it away.
Well, the second grill, yes. Now we have a third grill. Anyway, this is from the first grill.
The second
grill.
say hi at some
The
point,
more
by the
you
way.
know.
Yeah, you should. You should say hi.
Yeah, I just
Look,
been sitting
look,
here
look,
quietly
come on.
amused by
Yes.
this, but yeah, I also exist, but I'm quite busy, so that's why I've not been appearing on stream much so far this year. But we actually have shifts this year, so there might be time where I don't actually have to be sitting here, but I will be anyway. But I don't have to be here. But
Yeah,
let's see.
I will just introduce I will just introduce you as CGI here, and this is the man that for last year's revision we locked in a cupboard for 4 days straight.
I was
Basically fed him
yeah.
pizza by sliding it under the door. This is the hero who gave us a revision last year.
with a lot of help
I believe
from
your job is
others.
But
yes.
I believe
But
your
yeah.
job is a bit easier this year, CGI.
Well, yeah, it's more organized. I would say the chaos is more organized this year. So it's been yeah, it's I've
demo
had time
parties are
to do some
organised
creative
chaos.
stuff like this thing. So this was very last minute, and I was
Yeah,
up
this
until
is
6 a.m. configuring the layouts to make this work, and I've only had 4 hours sleep, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
So yes. Anyway.
So
Where's Ziphoid's monitor,
So
by the way?
now I'm gonna go. I want to plug in one thing because now I've been working on a little design for our compost studio, which will be on the seminar stream every Saturday and Sunday after the main compo block. And I made like a little design that looks like with like a logo from Scene Set and everything else to make it look hokey dory. And now I have this, I can just throw away whatever. I didn't just say, okay, let's just throw a revision logo on there. And I'm not beating this. Sorry.
I need to get around to tidying this room as well. Yes. Anyway, we are nearly done. So I am also going to vaguely plug the fact that all the music you hear during the slides, which you are absolutely watching and not just going and getting a drink while those are on, all the music on there comes from the Sound of SceneSat volumes, which are compilations of demo scene music that we put out. And you don't have to pay for them, but if you do pay for them, they go towards keeping SceneSat running. So we can do this. So we're very grateful if you do want to pay for them. Basically, you can find them on Bandcamp.
So Macron had a question about how many brick grills we've had, and we've had 2. But then there was the metal drum that got carried around in DDT's car. What's our friend from France who also passed away this past year? I cannot remember. He did the track Atari Sucks, which is one of the best tracks ever made on an Atari ST. Darn it.
Ultrasid?
Ultrasid, yes. So yes, we've sadly lost a few sceners in the past year, and wanted to say that, well, rest in peace, Rasmo, Reward, and Ultrasid. And, make sure that Boozembly is ready for us when we get there, because Lenu's already doing that. I mean, what else is he going to do?
There's going to be no more beer left, dude.
Well, no, there isn't, but...
You're going to get to Valhalla and there's going to be no beer.
Indeed.
They're going to be...
Anyway, I'm
not
also
Norwegian. You're Finnish. What are you doing here? All right.
Might as well drink it
I'm
now.
also going to
Beer
shout out as well. I'm also going to shout out as well to the thing that's going on behind Truck, which is clearly Sofa World. Which, incidentally, if you want like a vague of a kind of as much of the demo party, the revision experience we can get that you can have, go and get Sofa World and download it. It all works really, really well, and they put us on the screen. So you too can have the experience of standing in a huge amount of people
are showing up all of a sudden
and cheering at people.
Yeah, there's Crypt. Hardy's been there all day. Yeah. Also, this part right here, which is, there's a reason why we're here. This is Finland. This is the part of Finland that is extended into Germany. And there's a part of Finland that's in the other parties as well. The one that's in the UK and the one that is in the Netherlands. But Boozdrome is playing constantly on loop here. And Boozdrome, I can't say anything more because I don't even know if there's going to be a Boozdrome 4 this year. I hope there is.
Of course there is.
Okay, because I mean there has to be.
Well, we know there's got to be a Boozdrome.
Something might be coming later.
Yeah. Boozdrome is massive, and you absolutely should. It's on Bandcamp. I have the cassettes. And also Discreant's remix of Punch a Nazi is on last year's thing, and it's playing in this, and that's still brilliant.
Sorry, I need to stop you because I see a few people on the couch waving at us. In a corner of
Hi,
my
people on the
eye,
couch that I can barely see. I'm sorry. Oh, sweet.
So
Tubi's got his Boozdrome set.
Yeah, so they will. I'm sure they will introduce you more stuff, and I'm quickly gonna change my T-shirt for the beer seminar now.
Yes.
And I'll just talk you through it and have fun, and we'll be back commenting on the stuff during the party anyway.
Yeah.
So
if you hear a compo,
goodbye. This is see you soon.
Yeah, this is. We'll see you tomorrow.
If there's a compo at revision, we will be commentating on it. We will guide you through it, and we will.
Just like the guys are going to guide you through the Shader Showdown here.
Yep.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back.